Wir sind zurück, wir wissen Stanley, wo wir hingehen. Ich habe keine Ahnung.
All
Wir
of
werden
his
es erleben.
co-workers were gone. What could
Das
it
kennen wir ja
mean?
schon.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Hat sich ja nichts verändert, oder? Nö. Moment. Vorhin schon Input? Ach, nee, das war der nächste Raum.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Haben wir das letzte Mal genommen? Wir schauen mal, wie es beim Boss aussieht. So, den Raum kennen wir ja auch schon.
Yet there was not a single
das
person
war
here
getting fired.
either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Klasse Boller, when side you take got a passive aggressive young coworkers, we send coworkers. Ah, der Kreislauf des Anbrüllens. Ja. Ach, wie ich dich vermisse. Auf Wiedersehen. Wunderschöner Besenraum. Wunderschöner Besenraum.
Coming to a staircase,
Yep.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Machen wir doch glatt. Oh, verdammt. Ich will aber den Executive Bathroom. Verdammt nochmal. Noch zu. Irgendwas auf dem Bildschirm? Nein. Ah, kann er nicht springen. Doch, wahrscheinlich nicht erkennen, was hier liegt. Business Time. Die wichtigste Business-Zeitschrift ever.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Wo macht das Tastaturgeräusch, das Klavier? Wow, 2845, ne? Was?
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Oh.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code.
So ein Zufall.
Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Und hier ist das Geheimnis, das mein Boss schon immer hatte. Okay. Für die es vielleicht nicht wissen, so nebenbei noch irgendwo. Das Ganze war mal ein Mod. Und wir dann seit dem ganzen Spiel gemacht. Und das ist verflucht witzig. Ja, und das hat Ladezeiten. Welches Spiel hat das nicht? Ich sag nicht Open-World-Spiele, denn grundsätzlich lädt ja am Anfang doch die Welt schon. So, soll gleich weiter geht, kommen. Schön.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Unser Chef hier irgendein verrücktes unterirdisches Labor oder wie?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Jeweils! Fliehen!
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Jeweils! Ich glaube dir nicht. Du willst mich nur in Richtung zwingen.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Okay. Muss ich da wirklich sterben? Ich gehe zurück. Nee. Sterben muss ja nun nicht sein, ne? Was alles nur so ein bisschen Verarsche sein könnte, ne? Er macht das Licht an und dann rot bedrohlich und so und dann ist am Endeffekt nichts. Aber er erzählt ja auch nichts davon, dass ich zurückgehe. Ich jetzt irgendwie erwartet. Jetzt müsste die Tür zu gehen, das wäre... Ja, doch
But
nicht.
of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for.
Richtig. Aha.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Aber zurück kann ich ja nicht mehr gehen. Also weiter vorwärts. Was ist das denn für eine... Ja, ja, von Arbeitsraum, Arbeitsplatz hier. Für so einer komischen Plattform, die im Nichts steht, gefühlt.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers.
Da muss
The
ich das sein,
lives
oder?
of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Was ist denn das? Roter Text, den man nicht lesen kann. Kann auch nicht ranzoomen. Was haben wir hier? 427. Was haben wir hier? Ja, doch da. Da, 427. Ja. Feiert. Ja. Gut, ich meine, die beobachten ihre Mitarbeiter, das ist... Ja. Das war ja wahrscheinlich gewohnt, wenn man bei Lidl arbeitet, ne?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Ja, es geht weiter.
No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Was haben wir denn hier?
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Mensch, könnte ja auch einfach selber dann anfangen, böse zu werden und Gedanken zu kontrollieren, oder nicht? 3, 5. Mind control idle awaiting input. 0521. Das vielleicht heißt das irgendwas? Weiß es nicht. Hm. 2, 1. So oben 4. 3. 5. Was gibt keine 0, oder? Deswegen wird es relativ kompliziert, die anderen Sachen zu drücken. Also alle eine 0 haben. 5, 2, 1. Gute Frage, kann man bestimmt irgendwas eingeben. 2845 geht ja auch nicht, was der Code war. Beruf im Chef. Ja. Vielleicht einfach, dass ich ganz blöd 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drücken. Ja. 3 in die Richtung. Was ist das überhaupt? Control disabled. 3 war da drüben. Verdammte Axt. 3, 4, 5. Irgendwas muss es ja hier geben. 0 gibt's nicht. Mal sehen. Dass man aber auch nicht sprinten kann. Ha! Nichts. Fantastisch. Das, ja. Sehr sinnvoller Raum. Ich glaube, dass man die Dinger hier richtig aktiviert, diesen Raum rein kann, aber... Wie? Okay, Hinweise 5, 2, 1, keine Ahnung. Die Geräusche geben jetzt auch keinen Hinweis so wirklich. Ein großer roter Knopf. Die habe ich den vorher übersehen. Hallo? Kann ich nicht drücken. Toll. Ist schon was. Ach, hier drüben. Die großen roten darf man nicht drücken. Ich vermute, da muss ich auch einen Code richtig eingeben und dann...
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for. Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself? Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. What precious moment each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not?
Ach, komm schon.
These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off?
Please enter passcode.
I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
Inkorrekt rot.
Stanley.
Inkorrekt
You're in for
grün.
quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along.
Grün.
It's just seconds
3,
to wait to
4.
your death.
Ich
You're
hab
only
keine
still
Ahnung.
playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge.
3.
It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to strike.
Ja, ich hab
30 seconds
keine Ahnung,
until
was
a
ich
big
machen soll.
boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say,
Na
happily
gut,
ever after.
tschüss. Nun gut, das... ja... lief jetzt nicht unbedingt wie geplant, ne?
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
Was? Macht ja jetzt was anderes.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Ja, natürlich. Ah, ist das schön.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Oh.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Na gut.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nö, jetzt voll kontra, ja. Könnt euch mal am Arsch lecken. Ich zweimal umgebracht.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Kann nicht springen.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Jeweils.
Someone you've forgotten. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why,
mittlerweile schon.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Nope.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Jeweils. Okay.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door. All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Okay.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Ist 1 gut oder ist 5 gut? 3.
Oh, of course. A 3. Really. Maybe next time we can get you to form an actual opinion, you know? Any level of critical thinking or engagement with your surroundings? Does that sound good? Think we can do that? Yes? Wonderful. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Yeah! Leaderboard. Yeah! Das Beste, was jedes Spiel braucht. Nicht. Oh Mann. Kommt der Call of Stanley. Oder Stanley's Parafield.
Would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Ich sag mal, 1 ist niedrig, also nein.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Da bin ich jetzt mal sehr gespannt, was da jetzt kommt.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Oh, das ist so entspannt. Oh Gott. Oh Gott. 4 Stunden. Krieg mal hin, kein Ding. Oh Gott. Oh. Oh Gott, dieser... Oh, dieser Ton. Oh. das anstrengend. So viel länger kann das doch gar nicht gehen, oder? Oh Gott. Komm schon, lass mich hier raus. Lass das Baby in die Flammen gehen, das ist mir scheißegal. Boah. Komm schon. Seid zu Ende. Ich frage, haben die wirklich irgendwas eingebaut, wo ich 4 Stunden diesen Grab machen muss? Puh. Ja, ich fange an, mich dran zu gewöhnen. Ich meine das ernst, ich fange wirklich an, mich dran zu gewöhnen. Das ist ja furchtbar. Meine Güte, ey. Okay, jetzt fängt sie an zu nerven. Ach, scheiß drauf.
You heartless bastard.
Ja, halt die Klappe.
Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out, I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Bin ich jetzt mal gespannt.
Well, Stanley, is this any better? At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house. This will go here, no, here, and then... Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course, and just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. Ah, but you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable. Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes, yes, yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
Yay! Jetzt im Ernst, das ist echt witzig. So ungefähr sieht da, glaube ich, jedermanns erstes Minecraft-Haus aus.
Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
Nein, ich habe kein Licht. Ich kann auch nicht springen, was das Ganze noch bekloppter macht. Pilze.
Oh, no, 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 no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one.
Wirklich Zombies drin? Skelette. Ach Mann, jetzt wieder ein lineares Spiel, sonst kommen jetzt Call of Duty. Ja. The fuck? Ist das Portal?
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
Okay. Portal ohne Portal Gun. Ja, sieht sehr spannend aus.
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte.
Ach, jetzt kannst du immer Sachen aufheben.
Genius.
Ah.
Actually, you know what? I think that's plenty.
Nein.
I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games.
Well. The fuck? Okay. Filling Cabinet. Jetzt im Nichts des Levelbaukastens gelandet. Bin nicht sicher, ob ich überhaupt hätte hier runtergehen sollen. Ja, im Endeffekt schon, denn was soll ich sonst machen? Okay, hier passiert gerade gar nichts mehr. Ist hier irgendwas? Nein. Das Licht. Oh. Okay. Ah, das ist die Mod. Aha. Ich bin in dem Ursprung des Spiels gelandet. Sehr geil, oder? Ich glaube ja. Ich glaube, das waren die Texturen. Genau, und jetzt komme ich jetzt zu meinem... Genau, und hier... Stanley nahm die linke Tür. Genau, und jetzt muss ich zu meinem Büro kommen. Ha! Ich habe das Gefühl, da ist das Ende. Ich einmal quasi da angekommen bin wieder. Doch nicht. Okay. Passiert gar nichts. Nun gut.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Okay. Okay, gut. Ich dachte, das Hände jetzt noch ein paar Minuten schwarze Bildschirm für mich im Gepäck. Oder auch nicht. Und mit diesem Ende nach Spieltesterei, oder was auch immer wir da gerade gemacht haben, sage ich Wiedersehen. Und bin mir nicht sicher, ob ich noch großartig weiter mit Stanley Parable mache, denn eigentlich will ich nicht alles zeigen. Denn eigentlich soll das vielleicht jeder für sich selbst finden und deswegen werde ich das jetzt schnellstmöglich hinter dem ersten Teil raushauen. Was ja als Information völlig irrelevant ist am Ende vom zweiten Teil, aber ja, egal. Vielleicht noch ein dritter Teil, mal sehen. Ansonsten, geiles Ding. Wie gesagt, jetzt gerade im Humble Bundle drin. Kann man sich zulegen. Auf Wiedersehen.